Shalom. Back with part 3. All right. Rothschilds, voting. We've done those. Now we're going to get into Kyrie. This is an article. Okay. Came out yesterday, November 8th, 2022. Celtics Jaylen Brown disagrees with the term of Kyrie Irving's return to the Nets and doesn't think he's anti-Semitic, which, by the way, that word Semitic is a made-up name, people. It's Shemitic. All right. They just wanted to separate themselves, all right? They're still Edomites. They're just Amalekites, the head of the Edomite nation of people, all right? The white man, okay? All right. Boston Celtics star Jaylen Brown said on Monday that the National Basketball Players Association disagreed with the benchmark set for Kyrie in order for him to return from his Brooklyn Nets suspension. Irving was suspended for at least 5 games, and of course, they're also throwing out there he could be suspended indefinitely until he adequately comes to terms with the harm he caused when he tweeted a link to a movie, right? Does that make any sense to you people? Right there's a problem. And by the way, there's no benchmark set for any of the players, according to the CBA, set for that. So they're just making it up as they go along, people. That's what you're going to find out when you continue reading this article. Okay? The terms include an apology, a donation, agreed upon sum of $500,000, right, to organizations that fight hate, right? Like the ACLU, right? That league that they control, right? As well, those 1948ers. Okay. So let's see what else here I want to pick up here. All right. I don't believe Kyrie Irving is anti, all right, Semitic. It's, again, Shemitic. He told the paper, I don't think people in our governing bodies think he's anti-Semitic. He made a mistake. We understand from an outside perspective how important sensitivity is to not to condone hate speech and not to condone anything of nature. We don't want to stand up for something in order to not condemn hate speech, but I don't believe Kyrie Irving, right, is anti-Semitic. And hopefully the NBA feels the same way. And of course, you know, he has a meet with the commissioner who happens to be, you know, again, one of them. All right? So, a small hat. So, with rules, right, Brown said he had discomfort with the rules because the current CBA does not include exact guidelines on punishment regarding social media posts. So, you see, they're making it up as they go, people, and they're using him as an example. Basically, they're butt breaking him. Let me take you to something about that. You guys can come back, finish the article for yourselves. Give me a minute. All right, this is an article here. All right, simple research will inform you that places historically had butt-breaking camps have the highest level of hatred, right? You know, for, let's just say, the alphabet people. All right? When the white slave owners, all right? Okay? Just to think of the damage done to a black man, right? When the white slave owners and overseers would rape men in front of their entire black population. And despite all their resistance, they were forced into submission. And that's what's taking place, people. Okay? They're doing it on a high-tech level. All right? In attacking them. Okay? Pretty much what they did to Nick Cannon. You understand that? All right? Think of how that mentally impacted them for generations. Then consider how women and children had to stand by to see their once strong, protected man forced into submission. See that? And that's what this is all about. Compliance. Okay? That's what they want. They want you to obey. They want you to comply. You're slaves. And they're under contracts. Those are adhesion contracts, which starts with your birth certificate. All right? Social Security, driver's license. But now these people, they sign these contracts. They're making all this money. Well, guess what? Basically, what it really is hush money, because on those platforms, they can't use it to tell the truth. All right? And that's what they're trying to do, to silence the truth. Okay? They're coming into the knowledge of who they are, part of the awakening. By the way, they're latecomers. But regardless, you don't see those men, Kanye or this guy, making videos of going out there street teaching, do you? So they're not your leaders. All right? Okay? They're not your leaders, people. So they're set up to be idols for you to worship, to say, oh, yeah, I want to be like that. Well, the Lord ain't with that program. All right? That all falls into that idolatry BS. Okay? All right? All right, give me a minute. All right, so, these small hats, they want you to bow down to them. Okay? Like, and of course, we know that Kyrie, he didn't take the jump shot. All right? Okay, but remember, it's the ultimate test. It will be the charagma. Okay, the electrical device. All right, and again, people, you're warned and commanded not to take it. Where do we read that? We read that in Revelations 14 and 10. All right, where those that have bowed down and received that mark and taken that charagma, they're going to receive the indignation, all right, which is righteous anger, the wrath of the Lord, okay, which will be poured out without mixture, all right, when he sends what? You're going to have those missiles, the ICBM missiles, all right, that fire and brimstone, that's what that represents, all right, that thermonuclear fire plus the concentrated laser fire carrier, witnessed by who? Yahweh Shai and the angels, okay? So you warn not to take it. So what does it say here? Romans 11 and 4. But what said the answer of the God power unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men. Now don't get lost. 7,000 just means completion. It's talking about the 144,000 men, all right, who are not going to bow their knee. Let's keep reading. Who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. You see that? Do you understand, people? Do you get it? All right? No matter what he does, he's never going to have the consent of the elect. The elect are never going to bow to this man. All right? So anyway, we'll leave it here. We'll be right back with part 4 to close it out. Shalom.